Hey guys, so today I'm going to be making two non-traditional Christmas cakes. I'm going to be making one alcoholic no fruit cake and one fruit non-alcoholic cake, if that makes sense. But I'm going to try to make that cake taste like it's got alcohol in it, because it's for the people that are attending our Christmas dinner. But I'll drive in, so they're not allowed to have alcohol. And I will see what I can do. I'm going to move you over without hitting the dog food tin, hopefully, and I'm going to point you down. So the first thing I've done, so you should do this at least an hour before you're ready to make your cakes. Sultana, well, I've only got sultanas because my sister-in-law doesn't like orange peel. And in here, other than sultanas, is 4 teaspoons of mixed spice and 1/4 of a jug of pumpkin spice cane syrup. Cane syrup, sorry. And you just leave it soak for roughly an hour or until you use it, so it'll be fine. And I can move that because that's already been used. Right. Butter. Let's make a start. So we're going to prep the non-alcoholic one first. So we need 7 ounces of soft butter. Oh, sorry, I do apologise. The noise you can hear, that'll be the children watching TV in the living room. They're either watching Mickey Mouse or Peppa Pig. Not sure which, because they keep jumping between the two. And it's going to get loud and noisy today because I am going to be using my food processor because I've trapped a nerve between my shoulder blades, which is making it difficult to take a deep breath as well. And using the spoon is painful. So we'll make a start. 7 ounces of soft butter. That's 4 ounces. 6 ounces. Yay! 7 ounces of butter. Put that to the side for the next one. Okay, that's the icing for the top of the cakes. Put it to the side for now. We also need, I've got to put that into the food processor. Sugar. Excuse me. Sugar is also 8 ounces. Oh, sugar is 8 ounces. Okay. There we are. And I only dropped the sugar on the floor. I need a bit of kitchen roll. Got butter all over the side of my hand. That's what happened though, the butter made the side of the thing a bit slippery. Okay, sugar. We also need, not right now in there, I will blend that first, but I'm going to measure out the self-raising flour, which is 7 ounces. And then what is it with the all-purpose flour? Oh no, 6 ounces of self-raising flour and 2 ounces of all-purpose flour. Okay. Okay, 6 ounces of that one. And 4 ounces of that one. Yeah. Yeah, that bag is empty. So that way. Oh, I forgot to turn the oven on. Oven's got to be on 180 to heat up. Right. Okay, so the flour's all done. I've managed to get it everywhere. Never mind. But I do want to get the sugar off the rotor There we go. Okay, I'll go to the back for a minute. Right, that can go over there. That needs to be blitzed for a little bit of time. Because this is a very loud machine, I'm probably going to pause it here until I've blended it together. Like I said, very loud. Be back in maybe 3 seconds. Okay, so that's blended up. Yeah. Now we have to add the eggs. I think it's 3 eggs. It is 3 eggs. Ow, hit my finger. I can't open the eggs. There we go. 1, 2, 3. One egg. 2 eggs. 3 eggs. So my hands off. There we go. Now we're going to pop this back on to allow that to mix. Be back in a minute. Okay, that's egg is blitzed in now. As you can see, it's all runny. And then we add the flour. Okay, almost all in. So the reason I do it that way is so that the powder doesn't go on the top of the rotor. And then I shake it like this as it goes around the bowl equally. And we're going to blitz it, so I'll be right back in a minute. Okay, that's blitzed up now. There we go. It's still the same colour. Obviously there's a little bit of flour not fully mixed in, but that's fine because we now have to add the fruit and all of its juices from in here. So distribute it around nicely. But because there was a lot more fluid in there than I thought there was going to be, we will have to add a little bit more flour to the top of this, otherwise it's going to be too runny to set. So just give it a little sprinkle around. I'd say maybe an ounce, no, about 3 ounces of additional flour. And then we blitz it up. Be back in a moment. Excuse me. It is now finished. Wait, let go. Get off. Get off. It weighs a bit now with the fruit added, but that's all blitzed up. Oh, did you hear the pressure of that trying to come off? Okay, so that is very heavy. We have prepped tins right here. Now the fun bit is trying to get it out of here without disturbing too much of the blade. So I'm going to try and pour it into the tin in a minute. Come on, out you come. Out you come. Spoon. There. Okay. Now, the fun bit that I like to do is once you got the majority of it out, try and take the blade out, because it will be glued inside, and then use the spoon to remove the batter off there, the cake mix I mean. And that can go in the sink now. And then, whoo, you can add the remaining. Sort of. I mean, there's a lot of mixture here. I think maybe I should have split that between two. No, it went over the edge. Get in there. Yeah. Sticky. Okay, so let's spread this bit out inside the tin. And we'll collect the remaining. This one's probably going to go a little bit mental in the pan and come out like it's trying to crawl out the oven, because it is a little bit fuller than it should be. There we go. Let's see how flat I can get that on the top now. Okay. Now, 10 taps to get any air bubbles out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we pop. Oh, I'm so sorry. We pop that in the centre of the oven. I did it with my finger as well. And we put the timer on for around about 35 minutes. Well, at the moment it's on 33, 34, no, 33, 34, 35. And we will be back in a second to prep the second cake, but I need to clean all of this up first. Okay, so it's time for cake number 2. So this has been quickly washed. So let's move all of this over. I need brown sugar. Come on. There we are. But you know what? I'll just use the brown sugar from the actual jar, I think. I mean, I'm the only one who uses the brown sugar anyway. So, 7 ounces of butter. Oh no! I got butter on my shirt! I got butter on my wolfie! Oh, for God's sake, I got butter on the worktop now as well. Right, let's get it off there. Let's get it off, Wolfie. There we go. Clean, 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 clean. Bin. Excuse me. Right, sugar. We need 12 ounces of... No, 12 ounces of flour, 8 ounces of sugar. So we need 8 ounces of sugar. Oopsie! I forgot to put the butter in here. Doesn't want to come out of this tub today. Well, doesn't want to come out of the tub this time round, I should say. Okay, 8 ounces of sugar. There we go. 12 ounces of flour. There we go. Okay, now with this one we're going to be putting in some honey Jack Daniels and some mixed spice. But we're going to blitz the sugar and... Do you know what? I'm going to put the eggs in this time. I had 2 eggs on the windowsill. I forgot about them earlier. So I'm going to put the 3 ingredients in together with this one. There we go. I'm using for now. Ouch! Oopsie! I forgot to turn the tap heat down. Get the egg off there. Right. Let's attach it. Attach. There's a little plunger thing for that. And we'll be back in a minute. It's all blitzed up. Looks a bit yeek at the moment because it's kind of started to separate. But we add in the flour now. There we go. Get that flour in there. Shake it so it goes around like I did just now. But this time we're going to put this straight in and mix it with it, which is the... I'd say there's probably about... put about 3 to 4 teaspoons in, I think. Yeah. Right, let's put that to the side a minute. I'll deal with that in a minute. Then we shake that as well, and then we add it and we blitz it. Add it to the top and then blitz. Be back in a minute. Okay, so that is all mixed together. Now with this one, this is the alcohol section. So, how much would I say we should put in of this? We don't want it too powerful. So, I'm going to get my measuring spoon. Now, my measuring spoon, this is a measuring teaspoon. Or is it a tablespoon? Actually, no, I think this is a tablespoon. Yes, this is a tablespoon. So, I'd say maybe 4 tablespoons. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 tablespoons. Oh, that's strong. 4 tablespoons of whatever alcohol you want to put in. I'm using honey Jack Daniels, or honey Jack as I like to call it. Now I would say put in probably another 3 ounces of flour, just to make sure that that actually doesn't make the cake too soggy. There we go. And let's blitz. Oh, sorry, I forgot to turn you off. I'll be back. Okay. So, that's blitzed. And we can now remove that. We can bring over the prepared tin. And pour it in. No, this one's not going to pour in as well as the other one did. Okay, so we're going to try and take this out. Okay. Let's try and get it all off the blade. That's the best I'm going to do for that. Okay, so that can go over there and I can get rid of the butter off my hand now. Right, now I'm trying to get it all in over the side of the paper wants to fall down. Okay. Aha. Okay. Let's spoon out the rest of it. We do have a bit of loose flour around here, so I'm going to mix it through with the last bit that's in here. There we go. And just get all of the bits tucked down the edge of the bowl. Just like that. And we're going to flatten it out the best we can. And we do the 10 taps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now with the alcohol one, we're going to wait until the other one comes out of the oven, but we will cover it with a tea towel. Stretch it across it and leave it, I'd say probably until you've got the other cake out of the oven. Please excuse me. Sorry about that. I have an alarm for certain medication, which I'll take that in a minute, but I want to finish doing this. So leave it into this one until maybe the other ones come out of the oven, and then you can either put it straight in or you can let it sit for like an hour. I put it straight in because it doesn't really change the strength of the alcohol, but apparently it doesn't. I can't say it does or it doesn't because I already use strong alcohol in it anyway. Okay, so we will be back once the first cake has cooked. It's going to be another 20-25 minutes. Okay, so the cakes are out and they're covered at the moment because it's been a couple of hours and I let them cool completely, as you can see. One slightly burned on the top because it turns out this one was still a little too damp, and so I'm going to have to cut the top off. I'll show you how to do that in a bit. And then that's the other one, which also for some reason just went completely chaotic out the top of the tub. They're completely cooled because I'm planning on icing them. So the fact that the top is burned, I'm going to be covering it with icing, so it's not going to matter so much. Plus this is only for family, so they're not going to care. So I've had to cut the cake. I have some icing left from the other day when I did a friend's cake, so I've got a bit of red and a bit of yellow here. But I might do some other colours as well, and I'll show you how to mix the colours through with the icing. I mean, I could cheat and just use the pre-made stuff, but I promised the girls that they can use these for some muffins on a different day. Okay, so this is the block of icing. I'm going to roll my sleeves up a minute. Well, sort of. It's quite tight to my wrists. But we'll see what we can do. Lately I like to use my chopping board to roll out icing. because it leaves like this little pattern on it, like a little hex pattern. Okay, now I need a bit of jam from the fridge. Bit of jam from the fridge, rolling pin, and actually no, you know, I'm not going to use the spatula. I'm going to use my little what's this called? What's this texture? Silicone brush. Couldn't think of what it was then. No. That one's already rolled out. One thing I got to do before I roll it out icing is remove my rings. This is going to take a while. Sorry. Oh, okay, that one's wedged. This is a very, very old ring. Like, you can quite literally see the line. I've been wearing it since I was like 16, so yeah. Okay. So, I'm gonna move the dog food bowl out of the way so that I can at least get really nice and close. Oh, I can't the camera. So let's turn you this way so the tripod's there. And you guys can point straight down onto here, and I can move you all the way up. There we go. That should work. So move the tray out of the way a second. So what we need to do is we need to soften the white icing. Oh, I also need to get the colouring out of the fridge. I almost forgot about that. Food colouring. Okay. I've got a little bag of different coloured food colourings here. So obviously, because I've got yellow and red there, I've obviously got yellow and red, but I've got pink, blue, black and green. I think we'll make a few of each different one just to decorate the top of these cakes. It's going to be higgledy-piggledy, and I need to move you again because I forgot to get the cutters out for the icing. The Christmas cutters are in this bag somewhere, so I'll get the entire bag out and then we'll go through the bag in a bit. But I only want the Christmas shapes, so let's put you over there a minute. Let's put you over there actually. Okay, so what we need to do with the icing. Now just tear it off because I plan on using the entire block anyway. Now you can actually see where I open this. There's a piece already cut. That's because I cut some to do the one for the other cake, and I didn't use all of the stuff I cut off. So we're going to cut this into little chunks to do the little shapes, so I don't have to cut too much of the icing. Yeah, I did just throw that on the floor. I'll sort it out later. Right, so the good thing, one thing I know about this icing is it's normally quite soft, but it's hard to get it soft first. But try warming your hands up first. It does help. Right, now we're going to roll this into a sausage length. And unfortunately I have lost one of my knives. Not lost as in I don't know where it is. I mean, I quite literally went to take a door jamb off with it and completely snapped the blade in half. I might put a picture up at the end of this, but so I'm going to do green, red, pink and yellow colours. So I got red, and so I need to cut that into 3. Okay, so flattening out, choose your colour. Right, flatten each of the bits of icing out. I've got a little bit of yellow and I've got a bit of red, so let's go with the green and the pink. So you put a line of green like this on the icing. I don't know if you can't see that. Oh, there we go. I should have adjusted you in. I'm so sorry. Now let me adjust this like that. Yeah, so you take the flatten it out and then you put a line of the coloured icing, and then what I tend to do is put it in half. So fold it in half and then fold it back up on itself, and then fold it on itself again, so that you've got a little bit of colour coming through there, and then flatten it out, then roll that bit up so as that colour folds in, and then once it's folded in like this, turn it into a ball, and then roll it like this, fold it up, roll it, fold it up, roll it, and basically do that, until all of the colour is spread through the ball of icing. Or you could leave it stripy like this, but I want the whole colour coming through. Actually, that kind of looks like a Christmas mint, doesn't it? It does. It does look a bit like a... Do you know what? I'm actually going to leave it like that. It looks like a Christmas mint. Okay, so we're going to put the lid on that green. We're going to do some pink. So do the same. You flatten it out, and then you put some of the colour in the middle. I would say with the food gel, you don't need to use too much of it, because a little goes a long way with these little food gels. So a little strip like this, in and then roll, and then whoops! Okay, that one's shooting off. Okay, let me try that again. Oh, and by the way, this isn't sped up. This is literally just me doing it fast. Here you go. So, I can actually do it pretty fast because I've been working with this icing for, well, since my uncle taught me how to use this icing. And there we have a nice baby pastel pink. It's hard to see on here because of the colouring, but... Okay. Right, the reason I got the third piece is I'm going to do a little extra yellow because I don't have much of the yellow left from the one I had the other day. I've got a fair amount of the red left. So let's soften up the red I already did the other day. Like this. And we have this yellow, little tiny bit of yellow, so we're going to do a little bit of extra yellow. Stripe of a nice golden yellow down the centre like that. Oh. The one thing though is it does make this icing a lot stickier than it was originally, so beware that it probably will stick to any cutters or surfaces you put it on. Okay, so we're now going to add we're going to soften up the original one. And we're going to roll the original and the old together. Oh god, I literally just dug my nail right into it. Like I said, it does go very soft. There we go, and there's the yellow. La la la. Okay, so we're going to move the food colourings to the side. Get rid of that cling film. Right. So we're now going to soften up the big block. I almost made that mistake. We need to soften up the big block. So I might not have enough ice in here to ice both cakes. But let's see. If not, I do have another block over by my coffee machine. But technically I promised the girls they could use that one for their muffins. But I got those 3 in there, so I think I'll have enough to do all of them. Right, so what I like to do with the bigger blocks is to knead it on the work surface. Only reason I don't do it with the colouring one is because colouring will make it stick to the worktop. Okay, and once it's soft enough that you can actually shape it with your hand into a ball, it'll be ready to be rolled out. Now, let's move that and that and go over there. What I want right now is my little chopping board. There it is. So I got this little baby chopping board, just like a vegetable chopping board. And I'm going to stick the pre-coloured ones now, or the just coloured ones, on here to keep them safe, like this. We're going to roll out the white one on this tray, because it makes it easier. It also stops it sticking to the worktop. It's a loaf cake, so I don't need to make it perfectly round. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that a second. So I just remembered I haven't actually sorted the top of the cake out. So this one's fine. It's a bit jagged, but this is the one we're going to have to seriously tailor because of this burning. Oops! It's also extremely heavy. So as I'm using my chopping board for that, I'm going to get one of my chopping sheets, which is one of these plastic things. And I'm going to turn it on its side. I'm going to get my serrated knife and take the very top of the cake off. Like this. Do you know, oh no! That didn't quite cut the way I was hoping it would. The entire side came out. But luckily, all I was doing was taking the very top so as I could... I'm going to move that over there because I need to finish this side, because this side is also burned. So I was going to take it down further. I was just going to wait until it was out of the tin to take it down further. Okay, so we're going to go across here now. To get it nice and flat. Look at it, the way it's breaking. I mean, it's good. Like, I'll show you now. It's come out really nice. The sides just burned a bit. That's the issue. So I can actually pick that bit off. And then this bit, this side needs cutting, because this side's burned. Sometimes it just happens where they burn. It's not a problem as long as most of the bits you have to cut off are still edible. I'm going to grab a bowl a sec, because those bits, they're still edible, it's just the very edges got burned. And my idiot dog actually likes the burned bits of cake. So he can have all of these bits here. Not that bit though, because that bit's good. Put them in there. As long as he doesn't go busting his stupid butt through the kitchen door. Right, there we go. Let's clean this worktop down now from the bits of cake. Right. Put that over there a minute because I can't be bothered to try faffing with that when I'm trying to finish this off. Right, make sure there's no bits of cake lying around that are going to stick to the icing. And let's continue with this. So I'm going to try and roll it out as thin as possible. You can roll it out as thick or as thin as you like it. Although I would say the thinner is the better, because if it's too thick it won't actually stick properly to the cake, but that's just my personal experience of it. See, it's still very thick in the middle. Use my hand to just puff the middle of it a little bit. There we go. So over this way like this. Ow! That was my wrist. Okay, cool. It's still quite thick in certain areas. It should be alright though. Okay, now I need, what am I going to serve this on? Do you know what? I'm going to pop it on this so as I can decorate it, and then we'll find everything else out. Right, so it's got to come out of this. There are little loose bits, but it's fine. Just leave the paper down underneath it for now. We're going to need a bit of this on the cake. You know what? This will be alright for doing the icing. For the little decorative icing. However, I need my actual spatula to put the rest of the jam on the actual cake. Like this. Oh, that might have been a little too much, but, well, no. No, it seems to fit it fine, actually. Top of the cake's not going to be flat, but it's going to be munched in, like, 12 hours. I don't think anyone's going to care. And yes, I am making it this close to Christmas because these cakes don't need to have, they'll only be fed because they're not traditional ones. Okay, now I do need to put some down the sides, otherwise it's not going to stick. So here we go. Put a bit of jam down the sides. How you guys doing? Are you too far? Oh, you're too far forward, so I'm so sorry. There we go, you should be able to see now. So, like I said, a bit of jam down each of the sides. There needs to be a little bit because it's only to help the icing stick. Okay, right, stick that over there a minute. Flip this up onto my hand. Oh, no, I need to roll it out more. Okay, definitely need to roll it out more. There we go, and there, and there, and there, and back. Oh, for God's sake. It didn't quite roll out the way I was expecting it to. Okay, now let's have a look. That's more like it. Hey, much better. Okay, big chunk fell off. It's fine. Let's put the paper out of the way a minute. Okay. Now I left the paper on there so that it didn't end up sticking to the bottom of the board. I should be able to kind of spin it. I say should be able to, but that was actually pretty difficult to do. Where'd my little knife go? There it is. So we're going to cut the excess off that I know is excess. That. Oops. I caught the very tip of my nail. I'm fine. Right, now tuck it into the bottom of the cake. Yeah, definitely going to be... Oh, no, don't poke holes in the top of it. I'm going to say that much here can be removed. I think they're playing with their Hungry Hippos game in there. Okay, well, not quite the way I was hoping it would look, but it's not too bad, I guess. Right, so we have quite a lot of excess over here, so there we go. Yeah, there we go. Try and tuck it all in underneath the edge of the cake. It doesn't look exactly brilliant, but it's not too bad either. So what I'm going to do here now is I flip it over and I fold the bits of excess icing I deliberately left. Hi, Mr. Train, just underneath the edge like this. Now I can remove that paper. I'll put it upside down just for a minute so as I can use my hands to fully affix the bottom. And then I can flip it back over. No, I can't. What I need now is the thing, the plate or whatever it's going to be served on. It needs to come out because it'll stay on there until it's eaten. I'm going to use my decorative cake plate. Gotta be careful because it is made of glass. I gotta be careful because it's made out of glass and I whack it with the tray. Excuse me. Okay, perfect, because now that will stick to that slightly. And that'll make it easier for me to serve it to everyone. Now this is the non-alcoholic one. So this is the one that the kids and everything can have. So I'm doing this one first. There we go, just make sure it's all nicely affixed and it should be nice and smooth. Well, apart from the edges where I couldn't get it flat. That's how it should look. Okay, we're going to start rolling out the coloured. Whoops. I keep catching things with my one arm because I actually can't really feel much in this hand at the moment because of an incident with the pin in my wrist. As you can see, it's a little purple. But basically, I went past a room and it turns out I shouldn't have been anywhere near that room because there was a massive magnet in there. Alright, I'll explain it another time. Okay, so we got this little bit of extra icing, which we can use for the girls' muffins later or whatever. I need that to roll out the shapes, because we're not icing the other one, the alcoholic one we're not icing in case so it doesn't get mixed up. Or if we do, it'll be a completely different colour. Haven't decided that one fully yet. Oh, I need the bag of, so I'm looking for Christmassy style ones. So I got this little gingerbread house shape, and I got a giant Christmas tree, but I want to do a couple of it because it's a small-ish cake. I'm going to do small shapes. So we got a star. Oh, well, that's not actually a Christmas one, but where's the... Okay, they're all stuck. So I've got a gingerbread man shaped one here, and a little Christmas shaped one here. So that's 4. Then there should be a 5th one. Where's the 5th one? Oh, the 5th one is a heart shape. I don't want the heart shape. I want Christmassy shapes, and I use the hearts for other things. But I do have a horse head shaped one, but we're not going to be using that for this cake. I just took it out when I forgot to put it back in. Okay, so they're the shapes we're going to use. Now we're going to roll out the red one first, which is more of a pastel pink, not pastel pink, it's more of a salmonish colour than red, but it'll be fine. You need to come a bit closer. There you go. Okay, so what shape should we do in the red? I think... I think the gingerbread man should be pink. And you can see how thin he is. You can go back on that tray there. And... I think we'll just do, because we're going to do 3 gingerbread men on one side. No. Yeah, so we're going to need 6 gingerbread men in total. Because there's going to be 3 gingerbread men on each of the long sides of the cake. Okay. Right. And then we're going to do... Well, yellow is definitely going to be for the star. Oh no, the gingerbread men are kind of stuck to my nail. So yeah, we're going to do the green for the Christmas tree. So we're going to need 4 Christmas trees, because there's going to be 2 Christmas trees either end of the shorter sides. There we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's the Christmas trees. Let's pop them on that board as well. Let's take the yellow off, because the yellow is going to be used for the star. Oh, I keep dropping my rolling pin. I'm so sorry. Right, so we need 1, 2, 3 stars across the top, I'd say. I think that'll look pretty nice. Ah, okay, so I just did that with the cutter the wrong way around. So I now have a star imprint on my hand. It should have been that way around. So we have 3 stars. There we go. I don't think we're going to be using the pink. Actually, no, we will. So we're going to take 2 of the red gingerbread men away. We're going to do 4 red gingerbread men and 2 pink. There's going to be 1 pink one in the middle of each of the red colour ones. That'll work. Yeah, they broke the star. Okay, that'll work, and that way it means then we haven't wasted any of the ones that we made, any of the colouring ones we made. Whoops. I'm not using the gingerbread, no, I'm not using the gingerbread house shape because it doesn't actually look like a house unless I draw something on it, and I'm not drawing anything on it today. Excuse me. My throat is trying to close itself up. So 2 of the pink ones, because the little pastel pink ones next to the red ones are quite nice. See, look at that, that's so cute. Okay, so let's leave these on the boards now. And we can make a start on putting them all in place. There we go. Whoop, come here now. Right, and then the trees. There we go. I can now move that one over there. And I can move this cake here, and then I can move you guys back so you can see what I'm doing with the cake. You know what? Let's point you down a bit more, I think. Hey, that's better. Yeah. Okay, so I know. Where's my green thing? Oh, there it is. Okay, so we're going to use this to put jam on the back of these little shapes, and to then secure them to the cake. So we're going to go this side first. We're going to put a red gingerbread man right here, just like that. And then once it's in place, we just tack the very edges of the shape all the way down. Now for a pink one. There we go. And as we tack the end of it, edges of it all the way around. And we get another red one. Ew. And nearly rubbed that jam in the centre of my hand then. There we go, that's better. There we go. So that's the one side so far. We're going to spin it and do the other side. Actually, I probably shouldn't spin glass on glass, but it should be okay. Yep. It fell off the jar of jam onto the worktop. Luckily my worktops are scrubbed 2-3 times a day, so I know when my worktop is clean. There we go. And then there's the pink one. Okay, and the last red one. Come back here. Which has a noise from outside. Okay, gingerbread man. Yay! Okay, so we're going to skip to the end by here now. And we're going to put in the Christmas trees. Need a bit more jam on that. The Christmas trees will go on the end. Sticky little sod. Right. Yeah, I guess it works. Thinking I should have basically done, but I couldn't have fitted 3 things on the end there. That's why I decided not to do. I mean, I could have done gingerbread men right the way around, but I like the trees as well. But whoops! Like I said, this is mainly for the kids, and because the people who are driving that will eat this cake, well, they'll eat anything. At least he will, anyway. And I am talking about my older brother. Okay. Down to the last 3. Okay. There we go. That's the tree. So now we're on to the stars for the top. One star. Oops. Two stars. And the last star. Oh God. It won't stay in my hand. And now they're shouting at each other. The last star. I don't care that they're not the same shape all the way around. Well, they're the same shape, they're just not in the same alignment. Like I said, it's going to be eaten really soon anyway. But there we have it, the stars on the top. And that is the iced, non-alcoholic Christmas cake. Decorated for the children, mainly. Okay, I'm going to put him over here. I'm going to try not to drop my really good expensive cake. It's not expensive, but I guess it would be. It's an antique, so I don't know. Would that be expensive or priceless? Whatever they call it, I don't know. Okay, so we're down to this cake, which I wasn't going to decorate, but as I got all of this icing left here, I'm wondering if I combine it all together and just make it like a marbleized cake. Let's have a look, see if I can make enough of it. Just because now I'm just want to sort this out. And the people who wanted alcohol, maybe they'll want a bit of icing as well. let's take a look. First of all, I'm going to move that out of the way so I can cut the... Where's my chopping body thing gone? Oh, I put it back over there, didn't I? I can put those there in a minute. Because I am going to have to flatten the top of this cake out. But this one only needs to be flattened out. It doesn't need full cutting like the other one did. Right, so I can just take the very, very top of this one off. Try not to take the top of your fingers off as well. It would be a good option on that one. Ah! Or you could just do that straight through the side of your... Luckily, it's only a tiny cut. It's not bleeding, so that's fine. Yeah, you can smell the... It's not very alcoholic. Like, there's not... I didn't put loads of alcohol in it. Because, like, you don't want to eat a cake just to get completely pissed. Ow. Okay, so that's twice now. Okay, I need to concentrate on what I'm doing because that's twice I've cut myself with that. I'm alright though, like, it's not a problem. It's just a tiny little... 2 tiny little slices. Okay, so that's flat. Okay, I take it back. That has got a lot of alcohol in it. Doesn't smell like there's a lot in there, but that tiny little bit I pinched here, definitely a lot in that. Okay, we're going to do this again. Take it out of there, shake it, put it here, and with this one we can take the edges straight down like that because all I do with this one is flatten it out. Okay, so both of these trays can go back together, they can go in the sink. My knife can now go in the sink. There we go. Get rid of the edges of the cakey like that, throw that over there. I'm going to pinch another little bit of that. It's not too bad. It's okay. Right, let's mix all of these together then. So my sneaky idea here. Oh, I nearly rolled it out on without my board. So my sneaky idea here is roll this out. Then add one colour like that. Then roll the other colour like a sausage. Okay, no, yeah, that's a good idea, but I need that a bit wider, a bit longer, I mean, to do what I want to do with it. And we put the green in this end, and we, right, first of all, roll each of the colours you got, or whatever colour you're doing, into a sausage, and then we're going to roll the white around. Then we're going to do... Really? It jumped onto the cake, man. Then we're going to put the pink, then the yellow, oh, and the red. Oh, God's sake, what is with it today? So it makes it look like this, and then we're going to roll it all like this. Okay, this board is moving. I'm going to move this board just a minute. We're going to turn it into a long sausage. Like this, and then we're going to roll it back on itself like this. So see how the colours kind of slowly coming through it? So we're now going to gather it all together in a big bowl like this. See the colours, the way that it's kind of marbleising itself. So once it's in one big bowl, we roll it into a big, nice big bowl, and we start to roll it out, and then the colours should stay marbleised, I guess, is how I put it. Right, I need you over here, and I need you a bit closer to the board. Okay. Now it's probably not going to stay like that because I've got to roll it out more, but that was my idea anyway. Yeah. God's sake, what is with it? I'm nearly dropping everything today. Okay. I don't think this is going to be big enough though. I think I need to roll it out more. If it's even possible to roll it out more. Let's bring this back now for a little bit. Okay. Now we need a jam again. Jam. Lovely, lovely jam. I mean, you don't have to use jam. You can use marmalade or food glue. I just don't use food glue because I don't like the taste. You can use honey, syrups of whatever. Like in the cupboard I've got golden syrup. I got golden syrup because I plan on making truffles at some point. Well, I plan on making truffles for our bonfire night dinner. A bonfire night dinner? I'm so sorry. Boxing Day dinner, I mean. Bonfire night was a couple of days ago. Do you know, I'm losing track of time. It was like 3 weeks ago. Trying to think what the date is today. Yeah, no, it was about 3 weeks ago. I know, because the girls and the cat don't like fireworks. Well, they don't mind them, they just don't like them being set off right next to them, which is fair enough. The dog has taken to not giving a crap about them, which is good. Okay, so this is getting messy. It was easy. How is it easier to put it on the one that broke than it is to put it on the one that didn't break? What the hell? Oh, okay, so we've got that little ridge there. There we go. Now, let's have the... Give me the icing. Thank you. Oh, God's sake. I have to put that back on there until I've... With this jam on this one, I don't want to get stuck to the icing. I need to find a plate or something that this can be served on. Do I have one? Sort of. I think. Yeah. I do. I've got an old microwave plate because the old microwave broke, and I kept the plate in case I needed it. So that'll work nicely. Right, I need to get my hand under here without getting the jam all over it, because I forgot to remove the paper before putting the jam on it. I managed to get jam all over it anyway. But at least I didn't rub all the jam off the cake, which is what I was worried was going to happen. Okay, I can put this by here, and I can come in with the icing. La la la. Ooh, doesn't quite fit. So there might be a bit of this cake that's not covered with icing. Actually, there's a lot of this cake that's not covered by icing. I might be able to rig the end of this one. Okay. Now. Yeah, I might be able to rig something at the end of this piece of cake, actually. Ow. I've got to be careful doing that. That bit can now fold across like that. And if I can just pop this, you know what, I'll just pop it in here like this. I should be able to kind of just patch up the bit of cake that didn't quite have enough icing. I did say I didn't think I'd have enough icing for both cakes, but I'll make it work. Oh, that bit came off. I still managed to make enough of it that it went across the whole cake, even with the patch up, and some of it is on the bottom, just not all of it. Okay, and there we have the alcoholic Christmas cake in a marbleized pastel colour that I made up in my head just before I started. But I mean, it worked. We have 2 Christmas cakes. Get off, dusty. 2 Christmas cakes. The alcohol one is easy enough to identify. It's the one that looks like somebody's just attacked it. And the kids one has Christmas decorations on it. So let me just remove this board a minute. There's one, and there's the other. There we go. You guys can see it. I'll just pull you up and across and slightly down, and non-traditional Christmas cakes. Let me bring you guys back up. And that's how you can make non-traditional Christmas cakes, and how you can make one of them taste like it has alcohol when it doesn't necessarily have alcohol. Please excuse the state of my hair. I had a cap on until about 10 minutes before I came in to finish the recording. Well, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Good night.